Thank you for joining us on a ceasefire moment as we read through Genesis 4 from the Literal Standard Version. And the man knew his wife Eve, and she conceived and bears Cain, and says, I have acquired a man by Yahweh. And she adds to bear his brother, even Abel. And Abel is feeding a flock, and Cain has become servant of the ground. And it comes to pass at the end of days that Cain brings from the fruit of the ground a present to Yahweh. And Abel he has brought, he also, from the female firstlings of his flock, and from their fat ones. And Yahweh looks to Abel and to his present, and to Cain and to his present he has not looked. And it is very displeasing to Cain, and his countenance is falling. And Yahweh says to Cain, Why do you have displeasure? And why has your countenances fallen? Is there not, if you do well, acceptance? And if you do not do well, sin is lying at the opening, and its desires for you, and you rule over it. And Cain says to his brother Abel, Let us go into the field. And it comes to pass in their being in the field, that Cain rises up against his brother Abel and slays him. And Yahweh says to Cain, Where is your brother Abel? And he says, I have not known. Am I my brother's keeper? And Yahweh says, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground, and now cursed are you from the ground, which has opened her mouth to receive the blood of your brother from your hand. When you till the ground, it will not add to give its strength to you. A wanderer, even a trembling one, you are in the earth. And Cain says to Yahweh, My punishment is too great then to bear. Behold, you have driven me today from off the face of the ground, and from your face I am hid. And I have been a wanderer, even a trembling one in the earth. And it has been everyone finding me will slay me. And Yahweh says to him, Therefore, of any slayer of Cain it is required sevenfold. And Yahweh sets to Cain a token that none finding him will slay him. And Cain goes out from before Yahweh and dwells in the land, moving about east of Eden. And Cain knows his wife, and she conceives and bears Enoch, and he is building a city. And he calls the name of the city according to the name of his son, Enoch. And born to Enoch is Irad, and Irad has begotten Mahujael. And Mahujael has begotten Methuselah, and Methuselah has begotten Lamech. And Lamech takes to himself two wives, the name of his first Adah, and the name of his second Zillah. And Adah bears Jabal, and he has been father of those inhabiting tents and having purchased livestock. And the name of his brother is Jabul, and he has been father of everyone handling harp and pipe. And Zillah, she also bears Tubal Cain, an instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron, and a sister of Tubal Cain is Naamah. And Lamech says to his wife, Adah and Zillah, Hear my voice, wives of Lamech, give ear to my saying. For I have slain a man for my wound, even a young man from my hurt, for sevenfold is required from Cain, and for Lamech 77-fold. And Adam again knows his wife, and she bears a son, and calls his name Seth. For God has appointed for me another seed instead of Abel. For Cain had slain him, and to Seth to him also a son has been born, and he calls his name Enos. Then a beginning was made of preaching in the name of Yahweh.